Okay, we'll just do that for now.
I'm Danny Bonaducci, and you are watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent. Hi, I'm Danny Bonaducci.
You want to start it off? What do you want me to do?
You can do it.
Okay, hi.
Hey, we're here, everybody.
Ooh, that was...
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to live from Governor's Green Room. We're here. We're live. Sallie's here. Don's here. Thrilled to have you back in the studio with us.
This is awesome to be back in the studio after that long kind of pandemic, quarantine, and now everything's finally back open. This is my first time getting back into the club. And, I got to say the studio makeover is awesome. Kudos. I know, you and Sallie took some time to put this wallpaper up and everything, and you guys did an amazing job.
We did. We put the wallpaper up. We re-cemented the bricks outside.
Yeah.
We installed the air conditioners. We built the computers ourselves, wiring and
That's
everything.
What I thought. I was like,
yes.
damn.
Well, in fairness, I did put chairs and couches together with Allen wrenches.
Actually, that's true. Yeah, show the
true.
couch. You have one
I
camera
did,
on the
yeah.
couch,
I've
right?
got
Sally built that couch. Almost, I would say, what, like 85% by yourself?
Wow.
90, yeah.
90%. You had a little help from Rich
Yeah,
Rader.
Rich Rader came in and,
Wow.
and he helped as well. But
It's like
yeah.
an IKEA couch. Is it similar to that? It comes in. You got to put it together with an Allen wrench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was exactly like that.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
Sally. Mm-hmm. Wow.
I'm handy.
Yeah, you're impressed, right?
Don't you feel great after you build something on your own, though?
Sometimes, I did
Yes.
this one time, and it was not that long ago. You know how you can get you can get one of those bidets to put on a toilet?
Yeah.
Sorry. So Tony got a bidet, and I was like, all right, I'm going to put this together. And I was so nervous because, there's water involved.
Like plumbing, yeah.
Yeah. So, I actually had a YouTube. This sounds so silly. That the white tape that you put around the plumber's tape. I don't even know how to do that. I had to YouTube because if you put it in the wrong direction, it just slides right off. Yeah. So and when I actually hit the water on, I was like, I'm so happy it didn't just spray right in my face.
And now it sprays right up your butthole.
Right,
and that's,
right on my butthole.
That's
Yeah.
an amazing feeling.
It is.
I got to experience that when
Something getting sprayed in your face?
Of my butthole.
And up his butthole.
His name was Bubba, and it was kind of romantic, actually.
First, it's a little uncomfortable, but if you relax.
Yeah, as long as you
and
relax,
if you trust
then
each other.
it's a smooth ride. It's if you try to fight it off,
Yeah.
then you're in trouble,
Yeah.
And you don't fight Bubba.
You don't want to fight
You
Bubba.
just let it kind of go. Just kind of let it happen.
So it's good to be back here with you. All this craziness.
Yeah.
So where are we? So we're on Facebook.
We should be on
We are on Govs Radio?
Facebook, YouTube, and GovsRadio.com.
GovsRadio.com.
Which where we'll eventually only be, which is a great website. So
Cool.
Yeah, so please please head on over to govsradio.com and you can see the show there. Greg DiFilippo is watching here on Facebook.
What's up, Greg?
Hello, Greg. Good to see you.
Greg's awesome, man. He is always
got it?
watching the show. He watches all the Pasusu, the Don and Benny versus the World, the top fives, he always helps out and shares, and he looks great in was it a red dress or whatever?
Speedo thingy. What I don't know what that's called. That like nutsack thing that comes around your neck.
Yeah,
he wears a nutsack.
yeah, he wore one on a video.
Yeah, with the one with was it the Bosie bobblehead video?
Oh, it was like a onesie.
Yeah, it's kind
yeah.
of like what Borat wore when he
Right.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, okay.
I think DiFilippo wore it better than Borat.
Do you think anybody wears it like better?
Better than DiFilippo? I don't know.
No. I mean just in general. I wouldn't put any positive spin on anybody who wears those things. Those things are atrocious.
It's just not a good look for anybody.
No, that's exactly
type.
what I'm saying. Yes,
It's only good for comedic value.
I'm not even sure if it's that good. No, it worked for Borat, but yeah, I don't know. But although I will say, I'm glad that's all we saw with Greg DiFilippo, because I know he had all sorts of plans for the bobblehead. Are you all right over there?
Yeah, I just I don't think it is on Govs Radio, the website.
Well, why not?
I don't know, because I don't see a green room thing.
Oh no, there's a green room thing.
There is?
Yeah. Oh, so you just missed it? Is that what's going on?
Maybe. Oh, look, there's Don.
Hey.
Nobody else can see that. Yet.
Oh, sorry.
So,
There you go.
Oh, here we go.
there we go. We're going to see now if we're on live. So everybody, if you have a chance, log on to govsradio.com. Check us out on live from the Governor's Green Room, and we should be up and running live.
It's not there, is it?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's not there.
Oh, it's... Never mind. Keep watching us where you are.
So we're on Facebook. Don't leave Facebook.
Don't leave.
Oh goodness.
Stay there and comment away, please. This is the Green Room Show, and it's a little, normally we did this on Thursdays before.
We
the
used to,
pandemic.
yeah. Now we're trying it Saturdays.
'Cause Saturdays, there's the headliners are all here.
Right.
Today's Joe DeVito. You could catch what does he have? 2 shows today, right? The
Yeah.
7:30 and the 9 o'clock.
Yeah. 9:30, I believe.
9:30.
7 and 9:30, I think it was.
So you guys could still come out and catch Joe DeVito live for that. And they're sitting there in the green room right now, and I think they're already kind of doing sets.
Joe's actually already up. He's up there right now.
Okay.
Because he's doing 2 shows, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
They have a host. Her name is Lana. And then there's another comedian. His name is Frank. I did not get their last names. I've never seen them before. Now, the girl Lana, it's actually her first time at Governor's.
Oh,
So
very cool.
she did promise to come in. So, yeah, we'll get some feedback from her. Joe DeVito, who's been in this room many times with us. So we're looking forward to him and catching up with him. We haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully they all come in.
I hope they come in. There's also a show on the patio.
Yeah.
With all the big,
Olga Namer.
the big New York City comics are all here. And they were out there on the patio. Whoa. And we gave them a tour to kind of show them what we're doing. And they were like kind of lackluster kind
They're
of
youngins.
vibe.
Yeah, they were young. They were almost like school kids forced to go on a museum school trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't,
that's
like-
exactly
Like,
their
they
look.
just kind of stood there as we all were talking to them, and they, like,
Yeah.
we weren't like testing them or
like
quizzing.
we were
like,
making them walk through the Museum of Tolerance or something.
like, are you gonna make us go on the air,
Yeah.
man? We just want to hang out, dude.
You see that one kid? He barely even came down the hallway. He just
Yeah, he just
stood
kept
by the
looking at
living
me and
room.
smiling. I was
How
like,
do you, well, you couldn't
hey.
even tell he was smiling because he had the mask on.
You could tell.
He just squinted his eyes, make it look like he was smiling. Maybe he's going like
Oh.
this.
Maybe.
I just want to
Maybe.
go home, man. Maybe they're scared. Maybe they've never been out of the city.
Yeah, maybe they're afraid of us Long Islanders. I don't know what.
Because
it
we
is.
are threatening people.
We are a threatening bunch. But I just think that I don't know. Maybe they were just too cool for school type of vibe.
Oh,
too.
so maybe they're just snobs.
That's where I'm going.
Ooh,
with
that's
that.
interesting.
That's where I'm kind of leaning towards.
Oh, those sons of bitches.
And if you're watching New York City comics, prove me wrong.
That's right. Fuckers,
Which
get in
camera?
here.
Prove
Yeah.
me wrong.
Come on in here and sit on this great couch.
Yeah, I know. We're acting like this now, but then if they come in, we're going to love them. Thank you so much for coming in. We really appreciate it. So, yeah, because Thursdays when we used to do the show, they have like at least 10 comics doing sets out there. So we had a lot of people coming in and out and having laughs with us. So now it's only 3 people and then people that we, and we don't know any of these people except for Joe and Olga.
Right.
So, there used to be people we know, so they were like, oh, yeah, those guys are on. Let's go hang with them. Now we're like,
Because you know what the difference is, Tony? On Thursdays,
yes,
Long Island comics,
there you go.
not the New York City comics.
Those damn
Yeah,
New York City
Plagano
comics.
said that city comics are they're way cooler.
Oh, they're
Maybe
way
that's
cooler
why.
than us. All right.
Yeah.
He's saying that in
Hey, Lou
jest.
Pratts.
They're way cooler. Lou Pratts is watching. Lou Pratts is a good dude.
He's a great dude, yeah.
He's coming out.
Plaganos is a great dude, too.
Yes, he is. What? Insert deep throat blowjob sound. What the hell?
I don't know where he's going with that.
Oh, I think it's just another Saturday night for Andrew. So we're hoping to get some of these guys in here. But it'll be cool if they do come in, because then we can, get to know them and see how it's going for them and get their perspective of what it's like for these city guys to do their thing here on the island.
Because the big difference, I would say, between the city comics and Long Island comics and the New York City comics versus any other place really is they have a plethora of clubs and time slots. So they could literally do 5 or 6 sets every night.
Okay.
And even weekdays.
Right.
Like Comedy Cellar is open on Mondays. I mean, a lot of those clubs, the Stand is open on Mondays, Tuesdays. Right. And these people can constantly work out. And it's a great atmosphere for a comedian because you can go up there and you could do 5 sets a night. And if the first set bombs, then you could recover by the third or fourth set, and then you have a good night. Plus,
well, that's interesting.
If you're only getting paid $25 per set, that also adds up. You're making $100 a night, let's say. So
did you? Because you had Olga put up, shut up, stand up, the game show when it was in here. You had Olga. Did you touch upon that with her at all, by any chance?
Touched upon a few things. No, I'm just kidding. I did not talk with Olga about the New York City stuff.
Hopefully she comes in, because I've heard she's been known to hit like 12 or 13 a night.
There's a guy that holds the record.
Yeah.
Aaron, what's his name? He's on Compound all the time. I can't think of his last name, but bald-headed guy, older dude. I think he did like 25 sets in a night or something like that.
25?
Yeah, there's
Was
a
that
record.
here in New
Somebody
York?
Check that on Google. Huh?
Was that here in New York?
That was in Manhattan, because the original one, I think, was 13 in a night, and that was Steve Byrne.
Oh, sure.
And he had a documentary about it and everything, but this Aaron Berg destroyed it with I think 25 in one night or something like that. Because if you just bounce around the club and you're doing all kinds of stuff, like if you just walk up the block and just boom, hit that one, bam,
right,
boom, 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 and then hit it back.
Oh, so he was allowed to do the same place,
same clubs
more than
twice.
once.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's say you do the Comedy Cellar at 6 p.m. Then you knock out all the other ones. You come back to the Comedy Cellar, the midnight show.
Right. Okay. All right.
Like that.
Will Sharon is watching.
I know.
Hey, Will.
Hey, Will.
Love
Aaron
Will.
Berg. Yeah. Yep. Thank you, Alan.
Will Sharon had a lot of great captions today. Did you happen to see the picture that was posted?
Yeah.
Will Sharon had a lot of great.
No, what was it?
I think you did see the picture.
I did.
All right, I'll say 2 words to you, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Camel toe.
Will's the one who posted them?
No, he had. They were posted by other people, but Will came up with a lot of great sayings about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was strange, and I wish you didn't bring that back up again, because I almost forgot it.
It's like woman's cleavage. You can't stop looking at it once you notice it. It's like,
but it's not like, at least cleavage is like nice. Like, I don't know what the heck that was.
it's like seeing like someone with a huge earlobe. It's like a deformity, and you can't help but keep constantly your eyes against. You force your eyes up, and else it's like
Uncle Buck in the principal's office.
Yeah.
I'm the mole. I'm the wart.
I'm the camel toe. I didn't know balls can do that.
I don't think they can.
How did he do that?
So strange.
How tight do your pants have to be to literally split your balls?
No, really.
Yeah, and Will also is. Sharon's gone off with the Tim Saliani picture. You saw all his Photoshop skills. He took that Tim picture with his nice haircut and put it on all kinds of scenes.
Will's a funny guy. Will, we got to get you back in here.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
It's like watching Corky Thatcher kiss someone with pudding in his mouth. You don't want to look, but it's hilarious.
Exactly.
The bunk beds. They're quoting movie quotes to each other.
Those were likely not real balls. Andy.
Yeah, I would agree. That it almost looked like John Candy a little bit. Speaking of which.
I put a comment on that thing. It said it looks like a little person looking in a funhouse mirror. Its reflection. You got to see that picture. It's the person who posted the picture was the great Charles Goonan. So if you're friends with Charles Goonan on Facebook, you can go on there. You can see the picture all talking about
There was actually a second picture. Did you see that?
No, he posted
There was a second one
follow-up?
where he had like a brown Han Solo jacket and like paunch sunglasses. I'm not
the
kidding.
pants were worse.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. You know what? You're streaming on there, so I can go off here and I can probably show you.
You're so gonna get in trouble.
No, I'm just going to show it to Don. I'm not. I'm not. Oh, as much as I really am tempted to show it on the camera, but.
I know, because that particular person, there's people who deserve the karma, you know, the bad karma.
Yes.
Right.
And that guy is one of them. Oh my God. What is he? Is he in like a? Like
I know his
ceiling
head is
like-
hitting the
Here, come
ceiling.
here.
He's in like a crawl space or something.
What the hell?
What is that?
You might be able to show that.
Yeah, we can show that.
Yeah,
So
right.
all right, so let's.
Here's some milk.
Like,
Milk. Oh my God.
Like, what is that?
Doesn't get more like camel toe than that.
And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, that's a guy. That's a guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're a little confused as to what's going on. Maybe it's a something about Mary moment where he caught the zipper or something. I'm showing it again.
Yeah, that's I don't know if I've ever done that before, or if I could find that like that has to hurt. That has to be painful. Like you have to. That cannot be comfortable. Look, wedgies up the butt crack hurt. Not a wedgie in the front.
And look, I mean, I love that he's wearing gloves. He's got the.
Oh my goodness. Was he getting ready to drive like a helicopter, like one of those old planes?
He's TC from Magnum.
And
look, and there's-
Murdoch.
He's Murdoch.
Murdoch from the A-Team.
And look, there's
Fat Murdoch.
There's a fire alarm on the floor. I mean, what is going on?
Oh my goodness, I don't know.
And I'm going to tell you, you know,
He must be in an attic. That's why it's not on the floor area, I would think. You know.
it's a clean attic.
It's probably like an attic that they converted into a room.
Oh yeah.
And then cause that's why he's so.
Oh, the place is an attic.
Yeah, like where he's
Yeah.
standing. It has to be
Right.
because the ceiling is like. Because he's not that tall of a human being.
He's taller than me. I'm 5'10". He's taller than me.
Yeah. Maybe he's like 6'2". Maybe.
Yeah, give or take, yeah.
I don't really know.
And I'm just going to point out too, we're not. I know it sounds like we're being mean, but I'm just going to tell you flat out, he deserves it.
There's some people that do, and to shake up the fences and piss off that many people, like an entire comedy community. You know
Right.
that you don't do that by accident. That's
Right.
deliberate measures.
And he totally, he's not allowed in this building, and he totally allowed that on himself.
Yeah.
By the look of those pants, we just lost your signal. Will said, by the look of those pants, I think we're getting 6 more weeks of winter, I believe it said. I believe that's what it said. Let me see if I can find
Will
it.
is so freaking funny, man.
That's hilarious, man.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't have it on my phone. But
Yeah.
I believe that's what it said. Will likes your Funhouse Mirror comment.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's what he looks like because he's got like it has like that kind of look to it, like a little person's head, kind of like the dude from Fantasy Island. Like they just have a certain shaped head.
And I just got it. Yeah, by the look of those pants, 6 more weeks of winter. What do you got going on over there?
I don't know.
We're
I mean, it's showing that we're still on, but
we're still rolling. We're still
Yeah,
rocking.
we're just having some internal technical
is
stuff.
that it?
Oh yeah, it's all internal, and it's you breaking stuff.
It is weird because, like you said, normally on Thursdays this place is hopping. The hallways, you could look out the window and see comics pacing back and forth, getting ready to do this set. The little room, when it was active, there was just tons of comics, local comics, getting ready to do stuff. Now it's kind of like very calm back here.
Yeah, it's very quiet.
It's weird, right?
Yeah, like the headliners and all them, they just kind of chilling in the green room and
Doing their drugs.
doing their drugs and you know, their blow and all that good
Right,
stuff.
yeah, exactly.
And you know, it's like the 70s. But yeah, that's why, like I said, one of these days what we should do is I could
Blow?
Zoom. We should definitely do that. I'm just kidding. I know where we can get it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the dealer's name is Camel Toe. Yeah. he's
Murdoch Camel Toe.
Yeah, Murdoch Camel Toe. But we should Zoom, and then I could walk around and like bother them, and just bum rush right in and break right in there.
Do you want to set up a Zoom?
I don't know if I would do it right now because we already talked to them and they seemed.
You go around to the city comics. You can even go the way we went before. Is that'll get you right backstage. You can talk to them while they're sitting back there.
I'll have to prep them. I'll have to prep them for that.
Or actually, Can we just FaceTime or something and put it?
Do you have Olga's number?
I don't. Do you?
I don't know because I got this new phone and I don't like.
But she strikes me as a type that might be pissed off if we tried to do that.
She probably will be, but you know, sometimes you gotta sacrifice
For the sake of art. For our show.
I have an Olga, but I think it's a different Olga.
You know more than one
You have
Olga?
more
I
than
do,
one
I do.
Olga?
I actually know one. I know another Olga myself. I grew up with an Olga.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
In Hicksville. That's right.
Wow. I dated an Olga once.
You
Briefly.
dated an ogre once?
Don't tell Wendy. That's before Wendy.
I sure hope so.
She was a Russian girl.
Olga.
Yeah, very attractive, but
Really?
but Russian girls are very cold.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
no, you don't. You know, like on our first date, you don't pay.
Really?
I was like, why not? Because then you expect something.
yeah.
I was like,
You're like, yeah.
I expect something either way.
I was like, duh. What do you think I'm here for, Olga? But she made me exercise.
You and your boobies.
What?
This is when I was working in the Carolina Hurricanes, and she made me exercise, man. She made me run up and down the steps of the arena.
Like she tried to make you lose weight and shit?
Yeah.
That's, wow.
All right. Well, wait a minute though. Did she make it all worth it? I mean, she paid, so that didn't work out.
That was the first. Then we started like actually seeing each other.
Yeah. And
And then she would have me work out with her, so would stay late from work, and we'd run the steps of the arena. And
Was
the
she
first
trying
time
to
I ever
get, like,
did,
your,
I was like, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. I was like, but I didn't want to show weakness, so she's like, "You okay? Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah. Let's keep on. I got sweat dripping. So I was like, "I'm just gonna walk the final ones, okay?"
I'm going to walk
no, wait a
off.
minute. Wait. So not just one aisle from the rink to the top.
The whole up and down, the whole.
The whole arena.
Why
the
would
upper
she
bowl,
do that
just the
to you?
upper bowl.
How old were you?
Just the upper.
I was in my 40s still. I was like, this
Wow.
had to be, if I met Wendy.
You
in
had to
2003
really want to see her boobies.
This is like
'cause
2011, 2010, 2011-ish. And then we ran up and down. But then we did it.
And then Wendy
every
makes
night.
you go to the
Then I
beach.
made it one time. I made it.
You're
Run
like, I love you so much.
But you know what? It was the carrot on the stick. You know what the carrot on the stick was?
No.
Her boobies.
Her ass in spandex.
Yeah.
Or whatever those exercise pants were.
Her camel toe.
Her
Yeah, we have a running theme going on.
Was she
here.
just trying to like help your stamina or something? Like what was her? She just mean spirited.
She just wanted me to get in shape. She also helped me, like my email address I still have to this day. She gave me, because my original email address when I used to write for Circus Magazine,
Yeah.
it was called rockmusic@gmail. It's still there. It was the first rock music. You know how people have
Rockmusic at
one-
Gmail?
Yeah, rock,
Okay.
ROCMUSIK at Gmail. That was my go-to email address for all my interviews and stuff with Circus Magazine. She looked at it and goes, this email address is stupid. She goes, no one's going to want to hire you with this email address. I was like, well, what should I do? She goes, just you put your name, make it your name. So now, for all the people who want to email me, it's donaldtsill@gmail.com.
Very professional.
All thanks to Olga.
And that was since 2011 till now. I've had that, and I still have rock music. I still check it. I still actually get press releases from rock bands and shit.
Nice.
Yeah, to this day, they still keep sending them. We're on their list.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, send them on over. Let's get those guys in. Let's get people in here.
Yeah,
All for
like,
that.
but these are bands like Roadrunner Records and stuff like that. So,
Sure.
if you want like Mushroom Head,
Oh.
and again back to the camel toe references, but yeah, Mushroom Head is an actual metal band that wear masks like Slipknot. I guess he's like Mushroom Head is out there doing their thing. That's their album cover. Is that crotch shot? Oh shit.
Wow.
I
So
love Russian women too. Give me the things I won't many. Yes. Now Russian girls, yes,
how'd you meet mail order? Says Will. Yeah.
yes. I will always think of Olga's ass every time I email you. I do, all the time. She recently, well, not recently now, but she got married and had a baby about two years ago.
Does
I
like the
don't
guy
believe-
she married, like, does he look scared? Like, is he like?
I bet she doesn't even believe in childbirth. She's popped that kid right
She
out.
was like, "You get out now." You bet.
I'm not doing childbirth for 18 hours.
I go back
Get
to
out.
work now. I go back
Yeah,
to work.
right. Somebody clean baby up. I go to work.
She literally said one time, she used to hate it because one of my things I used to do was I would go, all right, Olga, high five, right? That was my thing back then. I stopped because of her, because she goes, high five's stupid. She goes, why you always want to high five? I don't know why she talks Chinese, though. But she's like, why you always want to high five me? I go, I don't know. I don't know. It's just something I like to do. She's like, high fives are stupid.
So what did she do instead? Hugs?
She didn't. No, she wasn't very like,
Tongue? No.
sometimes. And then she would love the movies, but bad movies. We saw some of the worst.
What's a
movies.
bad movie?
We saw that movie. Man, what was it called? The one movie I remember. She loved it. She thought it was awesome. And I'm like, this movie sucked.
This is a real prize, let me tell you.
Method Man. Well, she's really freaking hot. But
Hey, look who it is.
hey,
This is really
how are you?
good.
Welcome.
Come on in. Have a
Hey.
seat right over there. We'll turn the mic on.
All right.
Excellent.
Actually, or yeah.
What?
Well, yeah, that's fine. Either way,
okay.
either sit on the couch or sit where you are, wherever you're comfortable. Okay, cool.
Cool. How you doing, man?
All right,
So,
All right.
Frank is here.
Hi.
Frank, my apologies. I didn't get your last name right.
Liotti, that's all right.
Giotti?
Liotti, like Ray Liotta, but without a career. And without an A, with an I.
Nice, man. Well,
That's
welcome.
great.
Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, we're live right now on govsradio.com.
I love that.
How did it go out there?
It was fun.
Yeah?
It was cool. It was, it's odd seeing people spaced apart like that. It feels like, a bread line or something with a fight if you put them close together. It's weird.
Yeah.
But
But at the same time, probably just happy to be back out.
so happy to be back out, and I love performing out here because I can say anything. They had, like, I was telling them how Bill Maher said that I hate Bill Maher because it makes me feel stupid because I feel like algebra that I had to take in 12th grade when everyone else took it in 9th. Right. And I would like listen to Iron Maiden and smoke pot on the side of Pathmark. It was just a different
That's
time.
why you look familiar to me.
But he did say something funny, how Caitlyn Jenner is running for governor of California.
Right.
And he said she's going to take the sack out of Sacramento. And he got in trouble. And I thought, like, I'd rather go after the people who are killing comedy than that guy who makes the joke.
That's
Exactly,
right.
man.
Yeah.
So what I love most about coming out here, it's like, I think where you're from, like I remember when Jessica Kirsten was working on The Comedian, the De Niro movie.
Yeah, that was filmed here.
She let me come
Right.
out here with her because Jessica and I have been pals for years.
Oh, nice.
And Edie Falco and I both went to SUNY Purchase in the acting program, and I bump into her over the years forever.
Cool.
And Edie Falco said to me that night, no matter how many years I'm away from here, I always still feel like it's home.
Nice.
So that's why I love performing out here because I know where I can go with them. It's like I'm in high school again.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're not as stuffy as the other crowds are, right? There's not,
It's just more fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't do like a Mike Pence is gay and has cum on his face joke out here because they'll get uptight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's just a joke. If I'm going to joke about how horrible my Asian women professors are now that I've gone back to school because they won't give you a B+ if you cure COVID. Then I'm going to joke about Mike Pence being a homo too. And I'm gay, by the way. I'm not just being mean. So,
is that a thing though? Like the gaydar? Do you think Mike Pence is gay?
I mean, the thing is, like, I've seen people put his face on like an ad for like gay cruises where there were like 4 of them wearing like powder blue shirts with the face, and it's just such a good fit. And usually, if somebody is that homophobic,
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't want to, I'm not going to be a beautician. It's not that level. It's like, let's burn them at the stake. Then it's okay. You want to get plowed. And he calls his wife mama. I mean, case closed.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Honestly, that's gayer than a fucking beautician. Mama? What the fuck?
Yeah, usually people that have like such like hatred
That kind
it's
of
so
hatred?
deep.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's like a self-hatred that they have to like ruin everyone else's life. That's like what happens.
All of those programs, like they always have the HBO documentary about whatever it is to pray the gay away.
Right.
They either come out of the closet with the person they started it with, or they kill themselves, like my best friend did on Northern State because she had schizophrenia.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, thanks for coming in with that, Frank.
Thank you for having me. I'm out of Lexapro and sweet, so I needed the money. Yeah.
But it seems like now's the time to be gay. It's a great time. Isn't it? It's an
It's
awesome
not.
time.
It's a great time to be transgendered and to identify as a Japanese praying mantis if you're a German cockroach.
Right.
It's fucking impossible. It's always been impossible. I went to Purchase and then I went to Yale Drama School. Let me tell you what. The reason why I've never seen The Sopranos is because The Sopranos, Goodfellas, The Godfather, Casino, they ruined it for all of us. There are no jobs. None. There's that one thing, and maybe once a year I'll get a call for like greaseball number 3. And after a while, it hurts your feelings after you train for all these years. So with the gay thing, like I was never that kind of gay dude. Like, oh, what do you wear? His shoes are those. Their highlights are amazing.
Right.
Like I never gave a shit about that, and it always annoyed me when someone would be like, do you like this belt? I would be like, don't fucking do that to me. I don't give a shit. I'm wearing a Taco Bell t-shirt.
Yeah, it's like for lack of a better way to put it, like a Tim Dillon type of gay.
Yeah, like the only difference is he's Republican and I'm not.
Right.
He also makes money doing stand-up, and I went back to school
But
to help people who drool.
but
Tim
you're not
Dillon's
effeminate.
gay?
No.
Yeah, Tim Dillon is.
Tim Dillon is gay.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
He's loud and proud about it too.
I had no
Yeah,
idea.
he's loud and proud about it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
He's
I didn't just
fine.
out him, just so everybody knows.
No. Tim and I kind of I think he started a year or two after I did, and like that's, even though I never see him a lot, that's always one kind of cool thing we had in common. And whenever I see him, he'll probably be like, yeah, I was just fucking with you, but he seems like a very genuinely, like he's just a good guy who's also funny. He's fucking nuts,
Yeah.
like we all are,
yeah, yeah.
Right,
but he's a
right.
good person, you know?
yeah.
Fucking faggot.
Are there levels to it, like
What?
like the Tim Dillon gay, and then really effeminate gay? Like
I think that some people are just true to who they are. Some people really are themselves. Some people, I think, might feel like they have to fit into a certain category. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
not that I don't, like, I grew up with sisters, 17 and 13 years older. Like, I grew up in the late 70s and 80s with, like, they bought Barbra Streisand Star is Born the day it came out. So it's like if anything was going to make me a shampoo boy, it was Debbie and Donna Vigliotti back then. That said, it's not that I don't have those aspects. I mean, I do like Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, and I like to get high and watch Mommy Dearest. I have a podcast about cult movies.
Oh, nice.
But I just feel like there are other things to kind of flesh out. You know what
you
I
don't wanna be
mean?
Put into a box,
Right, and I think a lot of people I think some people might have to do that to survive.
Right, yeah.
In wherever the fuck they live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it confuses people.
I actually, I'll be honest though, because I grew up in the 70s and 80s too, and I
Mm-hmm.
actually used to think that was an act until I got
Well, when
older.
somebody's really like that
like
intensely.
Richard Simmons, for example. Richard Simmons.
Right,
I
yeah,
thought that
yeah.
was an act, and I actually met Richard Simmons once.
Real is he still gone? Like Jessica
yeah,
always
did-
talks about him missing.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
I think
still
he did
missing?
resurface, didn't he?
Did he resurface? I remember like Howard Stern was searching for him. I think.
Searching
Oh, really?
for
Yeah.
Richard Simmons. That's an amazing book title, Searching for Richard Simmons.
And where could he possibly be?
I mean, really?
Right, it's not, yeah, I wouldn't think he can hide easily.
Where
Yeah.
Just
is
look for the
he?
fucking empty bottles of Shalimar and the bra panties. Really? He disappeared.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Remember Deal-A-Meal, the paid commercials for Deal-A-Meal? Like
Yep.
you can have
Oh,
a McDonald's
yeah.
cheeseburger and then you'll never lose weight.
Whatever happened to that? You think if it was a success, it would still be around?
What, Deal-A-Meal?
Yeah,
he probably wouldn't have fucking moved to Guam or wherever the fuck he went.
Exactly, the Deal-A-Meal.
Yeah, he lost his mind.
So let me. I want to backtrack.
Sure,
I want to go
sorry.
back to your Mike Pence thing. Where is a good place to talk about Mike Pence getting cum on his face? Because you said you couldn't do that here. So
Like,
where's
if
a
you
good place?
can't do that on Long Island, like where can you ever do that?
Yeah.
Probably, what was that joke? Probably the city,
Okay.
Manhattan.
Right.
That is one not PC thing you can do in the city. What was that joke? Oh my God, because we have Zoom shows now. As the limousine drove down 7th Avenue, I saw a rainbow flag and 2 men holding hands. This is the apocalypse, I thought, as a tear rolled off my cheek and onto my erection. Like, that would do really well, but out here they get quiet. The one time I'd lose them. And it's
Yeah?
my favorite place to perform
Yeah,
out
yeah,
here.
yeah. Oh,
You know,
that's interesting.
brokerage in here. Yeah, but it was, it's old at this point,
Well, right.
you know.
But yeah, that I mean, yeah,
But
those
still,
kind
I don't
of
even know
It
who
still has
Kamala
life to
is
it.
married to. Who's she married to? Who's the vice? What do they call it? The,
the
second man?
gentleman, second gentleman.
Second gentleman?
Second gentleman.
Yeah, that's weird. That sounds weird.
Yeah.
So Richard Simmons was supposedly a prisoner in his house, says Will. We're reading the comments here.
Really?
Prisoner in his house? Who was
Someone
keeping
wrote
him
Richard
prisoner?
Simmons is gay. John Wallinger.
My boy John Wallinger.
Richard Simmons is gay.
And then somebody had said, let me just go back a little bit.
I have heard, I forgot about the thing about the Richard Simmons in the house, like Ray Liotta without the Shantix. Dude, who is that top fan?
That's Will Sharon. It's our friend Will.
Okay, Will, have you seen those fucking commercials for tequila or quitting smoking with Ray Liotta? Like, he literally looks like he just got out of being incarcerated.
Yes, he does.
He's got an
He does.
energy to him that is really, like, dark. Like, I smoked. And, I'd rather watch those women who were the homecoming queen that have to talk through a fucking Panasonic.
I'd rather watch
disturbing.
Deal a Meal.
Deal meal.
Ray Liotta is intense, man. Whatever he does, it's just so intense. Like you said, there's a negative energy.
Dark.
Like he's
Holy
I will kill you in the night.
What the fuck? Look, lots of people have acne scars and shit like that. It's okay. What's he so fucked up about? Because he's doing tequila commercials instead of,
Right.
Instead of winning Oscars.
Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? Poor old Ray.
He made me start smoking again after that, says John.
I thought it said top dog under Will's name. It says top fan because of that women in prison show on Netflix, Wentworth. Are all the women in prison lesbians?
Hopefully.
That's like saying all men interior designers and beauticians. Like the Shantix, I vape. What's better? Like the vaping thing, they look like such idiots. I'm like, would I rather get cancer like everyone in my family or look like an idiot and vape? Because they just look like,
you.
Like snobs.
It looks, it's like a cloud. Like just,
It's
you can't even
idiotic.
see them.
Clouds nuts coming out of the cars and stuff.
Yeah, like those kind of heavy set girls with, they dye the hair orange and red and they hang out outside the head shops and the hair always fades, the hair color, like, the girls from Pennsylvania and Vermont who are into meth. Very tight stonewashed jeans. They vape.
They definitely vape.
Glitter nail polish, like in Silence of the Lambs, the girl on the table. She's glitter, she's town. Like those girls, they vape.
It's funny you mentioned Silence of the Lambs, and I forgot to mention this to you. Kevin Downey Jr.
So funny.
He's great.
I just posted something of him.
Oh, really?
Because we did Fatal Attraction on my podcast. And he's like, Alex, you've been quiet over there for a while. And she's like, well, I finally got the courage to throw acid on my boyfriend's car. They're making fun of Fatal Attraction. He's so funny.
Oh, he's outrageous.
He's great. He's awesome.
But he just posted, he was doing a show out in Pennsylvania, I think it was, and he knew where the Silence of the Lambs, he knew where Buffalo Bill's house was. So
Holy shit.
Oh, so
he
took a
stopped
picture
there
in
and he
front
took a
of-
picture.
yeah.
Like, he actually stopped his car or got off the train, however he was traveling, so he could take a picture in front of his house. Like, how the fuck does he know something
Holy
like that?
shit. Well,
I
it's
thought
like
that
we
was so
know
weird.
Ocean Avenue off of Montauk Highway, the Amityville Horror House.
Oh, okay.
Which
yeah.
looks like a fucking subdivision compared to that Beverly Hills mansion they show in the movie. It's that
That's
little
correct,
house.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little weird house.
Shit.
Faced the wrong way.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird. Like,
Why? Who fucking designed a front
Yeah,
door
what the
on the side of the house?
Yeah, it's just a weird placement.
No wonder the ghosts were like, they didn't leave when they
Yeah.
said
They
get out.
couldn't
'cause
find
they
the
couldn't
door.
Find the fucking
Yeah, they're
door.
like, which way do we go, man? I don't know.
Jesus
I don't know.
Christ.
And who would want to buy it and live in that friggin' house?
I would. It's really nice. I mean, it is.
It is a
And
nice
it's around the
area.
water,
It's a
yeah.
$1 million home right there on the water.
Yeah.
You know that area, Amityville, you go a half a block and all of a sudden you don't have a cerebellum anymore. You get
It's
shot.
the wrong side of the tracks on the
Yeah.
wrong side of
Amityville
the
is
tracks.
that
Yes.
town.
Yeah.
It is
Yes.
rough.
And Copeg, too, yeah.
Copeg. When I was growing up in Comac, there was an adult cinema in Copeg. I remember that from the newspaper. Rocky Point.
Sure, the newspaper. Sure, that's how you know.
I was like
You don't
8 years
fool me.
old going to see Inside Jennifer Wells. You're like, what the fuck does that
That's
mean?
a classic, man.
Inside Jennifer Wells.
The Devil and Mrs. Jones.
The devil. You ever look at those movies now and wonder if they're all dead? The 80s.
I do.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And even that, like, what's his name? He's now in jail for,
Not Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, Ron
He
Jeremy.
is, right?
How in the world does that happen?
For rape.
Right, but how? This guy bangs women for a living, and he still found
You know what
time and
happens?
the urge to want to rape.
Because they want to do something wrong, I think. I think it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I could do whatever I want with this girl. He could rock a camel toe just like some of the best of them.
Yeah.
And then he gets bored with that and he has to get a woman.
Doesn't
who
make sense to
want-
me.
Well, he's not all there. I mean, you know what? I don't look. Somebody yesterday somebody was like, "Don't shame the sex workers," which is not my generation. Don't shame the sex workers. Why not? Who else are you gonna fucking shame if you don't shame a sex worker?
They shame me right here, white man.
I mean, Jesus Christ! Don't shame the sex workers. Please, but Ron Jeremy, this is where the gay gene's going to come out. If anybody shouldn't be using blue, black, nice and easy #1 hair dye from, Stop and Shop aisle 12, did he really not make any money doing like Bones for Cum Puppy Volume 8? No, he's not well.
Yeah.
Rape.
And then he tried to do straight, before he did that, he tried to do straight films.
Oh, did he?
And failed at that. Yeah, he tried to do like regular movies, tried to be like
I
a
didn't know
regular
that.
movie star. He guest appeared in like a couple indie films, and then also TV spots and things like that, trying to,
Like Ronald Jeremiah?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, a lot of them have, they look like they've had some rough living. That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
I'm not pro sex industry, because they all have a space between their teeth, on the side of their teeth, never in between their teeth. The eye, like one eye, it's not like they're cross-eyed, but one eye's dead. Like it looks like a glass eye, like they're so dead inside. They're doomed. They're doomed, What's his name? We did Grease on my podcast because I wanted listeners, because I don't like those movies, but because I'm not gay. But what's his name? Sid Caesar was the coach, and it was supposed to be Harry Reams, the porn
really?
star from the 70s.
That would have
Wow,
been a
I
whole
never-
different type
Very different movie.
Here's how you hold the back, kid.
Sandy would have worn those fucking disco pants a lot.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened to her, Sandy, the one that married Danny Zuko, who could have had a career as like a scientist.
Yeah.
She got herpes and 4 kids by the time she was 21.
And she put on the weight.
She put on the weight. He worked at Exxon and disappeared with his pay envelope. She had 1 pack of Salem lights left at home. Whatever happened to Sandy? He's gone.
In a trailer somewhere, or basement apartment. She's in somebody's basement apartment. Right
Holy
now.
shit, we did Xanadu on the podcast. I'd never seen Xanadu, but all the gays would write and be like, do Xanadu. It's the most boring fucking movie.
Yeah.
I like the music. I'll be honest.
I like
the
that
music.
one song. ELO
Yeah.
was cool.
ELO, yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
But it's like, I was thinking like Sandy married Danny and got addicted to acid, and it's like a hallucinogen. That
That's
whole
what it
movie
feels like, right?
makes no sense.
Right, yeah.
It's nuts. It's like,
But Gene Kelly's in it, so it's fine.
Gene Kelly's in that?
Isn't
really?
it? Isn't he in Xanadu?
He's in Xanadu,
Yeah,
and he
wow.
does that thing like when
I
I
don't know
was in
why I
high
know
school in Hello Dolly in 10th grade, but I'm not gay. They would scream at us to smile. Gene Kelly could have a scene about being at Sloan Kettering, and he doesn't stop smiling. He looks like something's wrong with him. Like he has a damaged amygdala. He's from a different time. He's smiling constantly in Xanadu. She looks like Mr. Ed with rabies dancing next to him, though. When he dances, Olivia Newton-John looks like in the rodeo. You know how they have the thing in the, what is it, the bullfighting, when they have the thing in that little 3x2 inch thing and they lift the slot up and the bull
yeah,
comes out?
yeah.
That's what Olivia Newton-John looks like dancing next to Gene Kelly.
What's the name of the podcast?
Jiffy Pop Culture.
Jiffy Pop.
Nice.
That's a
Like it.
great name.
So this Isla Mel and I went to a camp together, Performing Arts Day Camp, when we were 12 and 13, but I never got fucked up the ass. And
Allegedly.
it's all the allegedly, like I'm gonna press charges. But it's all these movies that we were never allowed to see, like Looking for Mr. Goodbar or Fame, and we make fun of it. We're so politically incorrect. If ever I am a speech pathologist, I'm going to get canceled. Did you ever see Fame? Any of you? You said
Yeah,
you for
Fame was-
fucking
Sure.
years in this ass-licking school. She was our guest on our podcast the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Really?
Carol Massenberg.
Wow.
Nice.
Very like sweet and Christian. She's not like the kid in the hallway.
Oh, yeah?
I heard
was like-
Leroy is passed away, right?
Dead.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Gene Anthony Ray.
Oh, yeah, that's
Irina
it.
Cara, the buttoning her shirt. and
She
shit.
had the weirdest tits. Remember when Coco took her blouse off?
Yeah.
Honestly, it looked like very scabbed over mosquito bites.
That's why her career didn't go anywhere.
Horrible person. Yeah, she won an Oscar for Flashdance, though, the song. I mean, that's not fucking a bad run.
No.
No, she had a good run. I'm sure she,
She had a
wonder
big
where she
drug
is
issue,
now.
didn't she?
Shelley Duvall is going to Red Lobster for her birthday in Texas. Irene Cara has an Oscar on the shelf. I mean, that's, nobody lasts forever.
Right, because when you hear Irene
But
Cara, you
fame
think Shelley
lasts
Duvall.
My point is, like, what's her name? Lainey Kazan shoplifted a roast chicken last year.
Come
Like,
on, really?
Yeah, like,
Wow.
like there's no retirement fund for actors and stuff
Yeah.
like
They don't
that.
invest their money right.
You have
or
to really
whatever.
plan.
Yeah.
And what if it goes? What if the investment, doesn't pan out? What if they invested in the Flowbee or something stupid? Right. Like, what was something that didn't work out? I don't know, Zips, the ice cream parlor where you put your ice cream in a baseball hat from the 70s and 80s. Didn't work out.
We put it all in Betamax.
Well, we actually have
Betamax.
for our intro for our show. We actually got Ruth Buzzy to
Come on.
and she seems to be doing okay. Yeah,
She is one of the few people who's 90 who puts fucking shit. She knows somebody was like, Ruth Buzzy, you're going to learn how to use Instagram, so help me God. Because she has an
Yeah.
online presence.
yes, she does.
And
Yeah.
she's not like trying to be funny. She's very honest. You
Right.
know, like
Yeah.
that's what fucking makes her still funny.
And, yeah. Meanwhile,
she's sweet and funny.
in her prime,
Right?
she was freaking hilarious.
She
man.
was just
Oh,
was
she was
great.
great. Yeah.
She was a trip.
Laughing,
Remember her
yeah.
in Freaky Friday, the original?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Jodie Foster
Laughing.
one. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
The Jodie Foster one. Yeah. But Ruth Buzzy is something else.
a
huh?
treasure. Yeah, yeah. So
A treasure. Who's the gay one in this room?
Oh,
A treasure.
Tony just got outed.
Ruth, if you're listening, you're a treasure.
I went to camp to get fucked in the ass. I will
You
not
know
deny
what?
it.
Pretty soon you'll be using words like splendid. Ruth, you're splendid. You're a treasure.
I gotta show Frankie a camel toe picture.
Oh, okay, all right.
See, camel toe makes.
It's a male camel toe.
Who?
This guy. We want to know
How do you have a male?
if. This,
Well, that's what we're curious
so first show
about.
him the Han Solo.
They must,
go ahead.
pass
we,
it
can't,
over.
we can't show the picture on the air, but we can show the camel toe on the air. So if you then.
you got to open it up.
Oh.
Do you ever see
You know
anything
what
like
that
that?
is? Yes.
You,
know
oh,
what
you
it
have.
is?
You know what this is?
I do know what it is.
Okay.
What do they call them? When you go to TJ Maxx and there's a big green sticker that says irregular on the jeans, and it's cut in that area. I hate the word crotch makes me want to vomit. I don't even when Dolly Parton says it in 9 to 5. Crotch is like I'd rather say like cunt, clit, like crotch is the grossest word. But when you buy irregular jeans, they literally give you a fucking rectal exam, and it makes the male genitals look like that. Like seriously,
Really?
That looks
so is it like 50% off for clothes like
Yeah,
that?
so that's why they're like
So that's what you get, that's why.
$14.95.
So he got the bargain pants and
bargain
suffered the
pants.
consequences here.
I mean,
Wow. So
honestly,
you hate the word crotch?
it looks like he's trying to steal from the buffet. Like God knows what the fuck that is. Is it shrimp?
He's like, yeah, he's smuggling something in there.
Honestly, or
Some
those little Asian rolls that don't look like they're cooked enough. What are those called?
Oh yeah, I know what you
What are those
mean.
called,
They're
those
not like
things?
spring rolls, but they kind
Yeah,
of
like
it's
kinda
like a
in
little
that
like a
world.
like a
Like
spring roll.
They're light colored. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Not filled a lot. You ever go to the? My friend Scott was talking about the Chinese buffet. You know where they have like lo mein and mac and cheese and chocolate pudding and
Yeah, all in the
fucking
same row.
thing that tipped over Fred Flintstone's car. Like they have everything.
Yep.
Those people that work
Nothing's
there, you think they're
labeled.
all family? They look enslaved.
Yeah.
Like I was just thinking of that.
Yeah.
They make those 5-year-olds that make clothes for Walmart look like they're at a fucking sandals resort.
We got a question from John Wallinger. Wants to know what was a better dance movie, Footloose
Hate it.
or Saturday Night Fever?
Oh, Saturday Night Fever. I mean, can I just? I have 3 words to say about Saturday Night Fever. Italian. There's all whites in Footloose. First of all, and Saturday Night Fever, John Wallinger. If you watch that movie again, that movie is fucking dark.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it is dark.
Yeah,
yes.
it is.
Barry Miller, who's amazing, he was the kid in Fame. He jumps off the fucking, spoiler alert, Verrazano Bridge. Donna Pescow, Angie gets gang raped. At the time, they didn't
Yes.
have words like that. Back then,
She's
she was
another treasure.
promiscuous.
Donna Pescow. She's
fucking
great.
amazing.
She's
Yeah.
still hot today.
She looks great, and she looks great like there's no other attribute. You know what? She looks great. It's
looks
like
great.
talking to a flip-flop, but she looks good. That's like Italian, my mother. She still looks
She's
good.
got to be in her 60s. But I'm
At
sure
least.
She still could look good.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I used to think she sang the theme song from Angie. I was so disappointed to see Maureen McGovern.
Yeah, 'cause she was on a TV show, too.
Angie.
Yeah,
That's the
Angie.
name of-
Yeah,
But she's on something now because we want to
Oh,
have
yeah?
her as a guest on JPC. Which
Sure.
did I say it right? Jiffy Pop Culture.
You did, you got it.
But I'm
Jiffy
afraid
Pop.
she's too big. Even though we had John Patrick Shanley,
I think you can get her.
John Patrick Shanley.
we didn't. We had Carney Wilson, but it got erased.
What?
How'd it get erased?
Got
Why?
erased.
Because we'll both take credit for it. We accidentally erased the episode.
Oh,
and I'm too
man.
embarrassed to ask Carney Wilson to do it again.
Oh, my
We had
goodness.
Buscemi.
Carney
we had
Wilson was
Buscemi.
interviewed
Steve
by
Buscemi on the
Jessica,
show?
right?
We had, I didn't say the first name, but it is in the Buscemi family. It's brother who may have had a few lines on Blue Bloods or Law and
nice,
Order.
nice.
Long Islanders.
Long Island. Yeah.
You know, we had on here Ray Abruzzo. He played Little Carmine on The Sopranos. Get
yeah,
him.
that
He
was
was
a great episode.
fantastic.
Really?
He
Yeah.
was great. We had
He
so
was a
much fun with him.
treasure.
Yeah, he was a treasure.
He was.
And no
splendid.
camel toe, oddly enough.
Yeah.
No
No, he was
camel
great.
toe,
Really,
no.
really good guy. We asked him to be on for maybe, 25, 30 minutes. He stayed on for like more than an hour.
Oh,
He
that's
was just a
nice.
really,
And
really
just
nice guy.
joking around with us.
Firstly,
Yeah,
he's
a lot of fun.
Italian. But you know what
There you
else
go.
that says to me? That's somebody who had to pay their dues. Because
Yes.
whenever somebody, with the exception of Chris DiStefano, who is the most humble human being in the fucking world, who hit early,
Okay.
he did Letterman, and DiStefano and I went to a fucking open mic the next day at Bar by the Pothole on 2nd Avenue.
Wow, that's a cool-
If you
yeah.
step over the homeless person with sores on their legs, you've gone too far. Like
Yeah.
DiStefano was humble. But whenever somebody hits early, like Catherine Hahn that I went to grad school with. I remember friends of mine were at the stage door on Broadway when she was there, and they were at the stage door, and she just texted back XO in lowercase. Like, the thing is, if you have to pay your dues, like Abruzzo, then you're a good person because you know that your number came up.
Right.
And it really, like, during this pandemic, I used to be like, where are the good Oscar movies that they used to have? You know where they are? Netflix and Amazon. Because there were a lot of talented actors out there. And if you're lucky enough to work, then you're humble, I think, if you paid your dues.
Yep, I agree.
You know what I mean?
100%.
As opposed to somebody who was a family, relation or 20.
So as an actor, are you looking mainly for movies, or are you
Oh, I don't
Broadway
care.
plays, or
You
anything?
just want to. I think that if you're in the business for a while, you just want to work. I don't like to shave because I look like I need a chin implant, but I had to shave this week. And if I don't get that fucking show, I hope it gets canceled.
So you normally rock a beard?
Yeah, I do. My 300 joke tonight bombed because of it. They're like, what the fuck is he talking about? Yeah, I do. But no, I
I
just.
could see how the 300 would work.
It did.
Yeah,
It
yeah, I
used
can see
to.
it. Yeah.
You have like the look going
It
on.
used to. But I don't know. As I've gotten older, for a while I was like, I just want to work. Now I just want to make money.
Yeah,
Because
right.
you see those commercials with white women and white people that are like, we knew that our money was doing well, but I was still worried that it wasn't enough for our retirement. I'm like, I have $48 and I'm on my way to fucking Walmart. So hopefully the guard won't be at the door after self-checkout or they can't read. So what is she talking about? How much is enough? How much do you need?
Self-checkout.
So I've been going back to school, and now all of a sudden I'm auditioning, which is obnoxious. Because if I get something, I don't know what I'm going to do.
What are you going back to school for?
Speech pathology, communication
for you.
disorders.
Very good.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like I hate the stuff that's about like the child, but the stuff that's about the brain is really interesting. Like the damaged amygdala or the hippocampus where they blow up a school. It's not because they're not nice people. It's because they have brain damage.
Yeah.
I should
Got a
have been in
little
a punk
wacky
band.
stuff going on up there.
Well, and how's that going for you? The school. School.
It's good. It's the brain's. It's interesting because I've been a performer for so long. It's actually really cool to use a different part of my mind. I mean, I couldn't get on stage, so that it is cool. What's obnoxious is speech pathology school is like med school. They only accept 13-14% because they have to give you a job to train while you're in school.
Okay.
What do they call that? Clinician.
Oh, okay.
So they don't accept a lot of people. And the only school I got into was NYU, which is $2,000 a credit.
Oh, my
And,
goodness.
my dad cleaned schools, and my mom worked in a factory, and I'm 78 years old, and I'm going to die on welfare in state hospital.
But you were happy.
What? Studying it?
No, I'm saying if you die on welfare, but at least you were happy.
I don't know, because I'm diabetic, and without Taco Bell, who is happy? That sounds so jokey, but I just saw myself on the monitor, and I was like that poor man, and it was me. I swear to God.
Don't say that about him. He's a treasure.
Yo, this dude Ray is hilarious.
This dude, Ray.
Listen, Queen, does my skin look riddled with acne? You know who has acne, Joan Wallinger? And I feel bad saying this because she lives in 10 minutes away in Long Beach. Joan Jett, riddled with acne. It looks like when
Really?
you let your 3-year-old play with the cookie cutter on Christmas Eve day.
Wow.
Yeah, a
No
lot of
kidding.
acne.
Yeah?
Maybe I feel like that could be from heroin use from years ago.
Yeah, I
You
wonder.
never know. 'cause
Right?
She was.
Yeah.
She was with Sid Vicious and,
Yeah, she rolled with the hardcore. back in the
Yeah,
day.
who did we meet
She
that was
rocks.
with her?
Who?
Ricky Bird, one of the original Heart.
Yeah.
Blackhearts.
Blackhearts. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in here
But
once
he's
with us.
he's
yeah.
totally sober and he doesn't
Yeah, he's
have
been sober
acne.
for a long time.
I don't know if
He has
she
very
like she
sweet,
always
fresh skin.
She's like, I'm a vegan. She's a vegan, which I am too, but for diabetes. And, well, actually not for diabetes, so I can act like a dick. That's when you're a vegan.
Well, hey, being a vegan, and we guess finding out about it now, that's good.
Yeah.
Normally, it's the first thing vegans do.
Well, normally I like to lift up my arm and show a hairy armpit, like those lesbians who like to show you the dead cat under their arm when they're vegan. Well, no, I will say the only time I talk about it is when someone on Facebook writes like, well, I'm healthy and I'm fine. But the truth of the matter is my triglycerides were 1,300 and they're supposed to be 150 or less. And I couldn't afford the medicine, which wasn't covered. And after a few months on a plant-based diet, because vegan you can eat the Impossible Burger, plant-based you can't. They went down to, I think, 90. And I don't need insulin or metformin, so it does work for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's the only time I'll ever talk about it is if my friends are diabetic or not well.
Right,
I'll be
right.
like, just read this book, Reversing Diabetes. I'm not going to, like I remember this guy said to me, how does it feel to have a cemetery in your stomach? You know what I mean? How does it feel to be a
Right.
dick?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're not about saving the animals, you're about saving yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I do love the animals, but I'm not going to fucking throw out my leather jacket. It's already dead.
There you go. And they're delicious. But
Do you have to stay away from like a lot of starch and stuff with diabetes, or like
I'm good with
is that
like
good
that
with
Dave's
vegan?
bread that's like the price of a Toyota Camry, that really hardcore whole grainy stuff, but I
Yeah.
do stay away from like white pasta and rice and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know?
which is hard because with veganism, you know, you don't have a lot of
You know,
choices.
you know
really.
what though? It's not as hard as I thought, and I'm a fucking food addict. Like this is not a joke. I wrote Entenmann's a letter when they changed from rectangle to square-shaped cakes.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I did. I was like, "Where's the frosting? Why are they so thin? And what happened?"
Yeah.
Like I love
Did they
that
respond?
shit. No.
that would have been great.
Neither did the fucking Biore Blackhead nose strip. I was like, this doesn't work, and they did respond, but they didn't give me anything free.
Well, we did that with Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's used
Oh,
to have.
yeah.
It came in a pink package. Well, that's a whole other thing.
You are gay.
I was going to say,
It was a pink package of milk
was.
chocolate,
It
a
was
milk chocolate bar.
completely
Okay.
It was the
pink.
best milk chocolate. Both
was
of us
just
were like,
milk
"Oh my god, this is
chocolate.
the best milk chocolate we've ever had." We used to go buy like 20 of them at a time.
Yeah.
They
Swear to
just-
God.
did they discontinue
And then,
it?
then all of a
Just
sudden we saw that they weren't around. So after a few visits, we're like, "What the?" So we went. Said, where are these things? Yeah, we discontinued.
Yeah, we
So
called the
did-
corporate
We went
office.
first. We went on Amazon and we found like the last of them. So we
Yeah.
ordered
So
a
they
bunch.
stopped making them all together?
They stopped making them all
that's
together.
like the same company. Entenmann's stopped making chocolate-filled crumb. Who the fuck does that?
I don't know.
What's
They
wrong
still
with
have
this?
like apple, some flaky,
Yeah.
dry fucking thing.
It's torture. I don't know what
It's
the
awful.
heartless pricks. I don't know what they're doing to us.
Yeah.
Ever since they closed the one in
Iceland.
Bayshore.
Oh,
yeah,
Bayshore, yeah,
right
yeah.
on Fifth Avenue.
Remember
right?
that?
Yeah, that
you
was
go
the
on
best.
St. Patrick's Day and the icing would be all to the left side. 5 boxes for $1.
Yeah, you go in that little
Yep.
It looked like
thrift shop.
they
Yeah.
let
Yeah.
Corky from Life Goes On bake all the cakes. I can do it. Like those cakes were really
Yeah.
like the oven was like in a New York City apartment that's tilted.
But they were like
Right.
50 cents a box.
They were like
Yeah.
50 cents for a dozen.
Yeah.
Well,
Those are the best.
we're Nassau people. Pepperidge Farm had a store like that in
Oh, really?
Merrick.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. You could.
Wait, is that the one that's on that's on 110 by Adventureland? They had the Pepperidge Farm thing. You do a Wonder something.
Oh yeah, that was I think a Wonder
Wonder Bread,
Bread
something
place.
like
Oh, yeah,
that.
I remember that.
The one I'm talking about
too.
was on Sunrise in Merrick. It's now a GameStop. But it's yeah, that's where we used to go all the time and get the 3-layer chocolate.
Oh, man,
God, it was so
that
good.
stuff. I don't miss it as what I
miss
really
it.
do miss, which is weird. I miss pizza and baked ziti, and I thought the thing that I would miss the most would be like Taco Bell, Burger King, cake. I miss pizza and baked ziti, but
Sure.
not enough to imagine life with like a stump. Does that make sense?
A stump?
Yeah, like diabetics are always getting amputees. Like I
Yeah.
wasn't.
And you don't like.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, if I had to do it,
Yeah.
I would get original. Like my stump would be like a lava lamp or bedposts.
Oh, yeah?
Bedposts that are like the canopy bed. Like I would switch
Right.
it up every day. A lamb.
Well, I actually just I've been starting to do stand up. I swear to God, I just did it, and I incorporate this into my act.
Get the fuck out of here!
As soon as you said stump, I'm
Let
like,
me tell you.
got
Let
him.
me tell you
Close up with
what.
that,
So he took off his leg. Let me tell you what. Not for anything, and I don't watch porn anymore.
Why not?
Okay, I do,
addiction.
but I do it just to leave comments. Like Charlotte, your mother and I just want you to come home.
I think it's harder.
But-
It's harder to quit porn than it is baked ziti.
To quit watching porn.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get older though. Now I notice like the scar in the lower back, and like I feel bad for them.
Yeah, you start, once you feel sorry for them,
The eyes.
then it's yeah.
But
you're
a
like,
lot of those people in pornography, it's like walking up to a fucking diamondback rattlesnake. They will bite. You will be venomized. They've had a hard life.
yeah, they're rough.
They're rough. But there's a market for amputee porn. What do you do for money? You talk about it on the air?
Actually, honest to God, this is
it.
This is it.
So if ever there's
a side career going on.
would you let me do that?
No.
Come on.
Okay.
All right.
So if there's
Just a
ever,
guess.
if this ever, runs into trouble,
Yeah.
because no one listens anymore, everyone goes deaf. There's a market for amputee porn. There is.
Yes?
Yeah, like I don't want to tell you how to run your art, but you can get creative with it. How to run your art. You can get creative with a fucking, a thing like that.
Wow.
You just know how to. People be like those guys that do the motocross, the crippled dudes. Now they may not be able to fuck, but they can fucking eat pussy like that. So an amputee, it's like when an Italian marries an Irish. She can't fucking cook, Lorraine, but I met her in church. She gives me a blowjob like Angela never could. My people, my aunts and uncles, you look good. ULLAGUH, you look good.
It's all one word. You look good.
You look good.
You look good.
This guy's huge. This guy's fucking huge. Frankie, Yale didn't help, huh? This guy's huge. We got chicken hearts in this family. Everyone's dead. Everyone from Brentwood High School worked at Entenmann's. Yeah, only when the fucking coke dealer got caught. Brentwood High. What was it, John? Ross? And what was the other one?
Ross and Sonderling.
Ross and what?
Sonderling.
Sonderling?
Sonderling, yeah.
That's where the rich kids went. It sounds fancy.
Yeah,
Yes, it does.
it was the upperly asshole kid.
Yeah.
We were Ross, me and John.
Yeah, Ross sounds like where the real kids went. My friend Joanne Rulo went there, and Jimmy Parisi Gay. They went, she's a fucking good person. She went to Ross. Her husband, Carlos, worked at Brentwood Market in the Cold Cut area.
Oh, bro, Mark's right up the street from where I grew up.
Left his wife. They've been married for 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was a brute. Fort Apache, the Bronx. She was a brute.
Wow, yeah, rough area there.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Like
But are you, I'm 1971 born. What's your birthday?
70.
70, yeah, so we're the same age. That's right.
No, I mean, I'm 70 years old.
That's why I
kidding.
said, yeah. So, yes, all right, cool.
There are some very good AIDS medications that have side effects where you look good.
At 70?
At 70. Like, I remember that Raquel Welch was beautiful. You ever notice how that generation, like my dad's generation, they loved Raquel Welch and
Yeah.
Angie Dickinson?
And Sophia Loren.
Sophia Loren.
Loren,
She's still going.
hot.
Raquel Welch is still
going.
on.
Yeah,
Raquel Welch.
too.
Who was the Angie Dickinson is sort of still alive.
Yeah.
My friend used to call her whenever we would watch Dressed to Kill. My friend Ellen would always call her old crotch rot because she kind of looked
She had a rough look
she had
to
a
her,
rough
yeah.
look about her.
But she had a
Dickinson.
strut, and yeah, she was sexy, man.
There was like an
Yeah.
11-year-old body double in the shower when she was like 60 and Dressed to Kill.
Cut to a smoking hot body, come back to her own face.
You know what? I don't have to do the scarecrow work anymore because Mr. De Palma gave me the job in Dressed to Kill, so I'm not working in that cornfield anymore in Indiana. I'm making her sound like my Aunt Ellie.
Yeah.
You know, Frankie, the Al-Qaeda wants Obama to get it so he can destroy America. Frankie, I saw it on the internet.
Everything's true on the internet.
On the Facebook.
Me and Don. All right, let me go. I got to go back on stage.
Well, we appreciate you hanging out with
Yeah,
us. This was a
this
lot
was
of
so
fun.
much fun.
You were
The-
great, dude.
This was
This
fun.
is really
Jiffy
a lot of
pop
fun.
culture.
Listen, look at Jiffy Pop Culture. This week is Fatal Attraction. It's very politically incorrect and funny. Like we talk about, you remember Michael Douglas's kid in Fatal Attraction? She's like 4 and she has Nathan Lane's haircut. Like, who the fuck? We do a lot of, like, the trans people are going to get very angry after this episode.
That's I never even thought about that with that
What the
weird
fuck were they
haircut.
thinking?
Yeah.
Let the child say, I don't know what I identify as, if you're a modern parent who
Right.
uses like wooden educational toys, as opposed to like my parents would be like, you're not touching it till you're 18. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
But yeah, we're doing Fatal Attraction this week.
Cool.
And what's next? I think Looking for Mr. Goodbar is next, or Little Darlings.
Oh,
Did you
Little
ever see
Darlings,
that
yeah.
movie? Because I'd never seen it.
That's Brooke Shields is in that.
No, sort of. What do you call it? But after, okay, this is how close it is. Because after Little Darlings, when I watched it on Amazon, Blue Lagoon popped up as like, if you like Little Darlings, you'll love
Yeah.
watching, Brooke Shields' tits when she was 14 and her mother was an alcoholic and made her do it. Little Darlings was that famous poster of Christy McNichol and Tatum O'Neal, Scrotum O'Neal, back to back.
That's
Yes.
And I'd
it.
never seen,
Yes.
but Christy
Christy McNichol.
It
yeah.
is It's supposed to be a comedy where they go to summer camp. The two girls, whoever loses their virginity first wins. First of all, you have to wake up and go outside if you're a woman to lose your virginity. Or if you're lucky, go to your uncle's room down the hallway. It is the darkest. It's a comedy. And Christy McNichol is riddled. Like her last little serotonin cell died last Gay Pride Day on 8th Avenue.
Yeah.
After doing drugs.
Well, she's gay, right?
She is literally, she invented denim. She makes Katie Lang look like fucking Cheryl Tiegs in 1978. And she's riddled with depression. It's supposed to be a comedy.
Wow.
All she does is cry. She loses her virginity, she just cries. It's so depressing, but that's what we talk about. It's fun.
Wow.
Jiffy Pop Culture, wherever you listen to podcasts, don't, all go there at once because, we don't want to shut the system down. Everyone got quiet.
One at a time. We'll go one at a time.
We don't want to. Yeah. But thank you guys for having me.
Thank you, Frank.
So much fun.
Yeah,
Please,
awesome,
don't
man.
be a stranger, man. Come on back.
I won't.
That'd be great.
You have to reach out to me, though, because I don't want to be a pest.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Well, I have no problem. I'll reach out.
I'll definitely be. We all do our other shows too. I'll definitely hit you up.
That'd be fun. Thank you.
That'd be
Yeah,
great.
absolutely.
And thank you. And good luck with the, what is it? What do they call it? Gay male tube career. There's a category,
Oh, it's only
amputee.
it's only gay
porn? No. There was a movie with
Now Tony's changed his whole mind.
Just so you know,
Hustler-
you
Hustler
can
White.
absolutely do this.
Remember, Madonna had a boyfriend who was like 13 when she was like 60 back in the 80s, Tony Ward. And he was in a movie called Hustler White, and there was amputee sex in it.
Really?
Yeah, so you could look at that for tips.
I will.
Pointers, so you're not as nervous the first time.
I was probably related to that guy.
All right, thanks, guys.
Frank Liotti, thank you, pal. This was
No
great.
sausage in your diet. John Wallinger, Beyond Meat does have fake sausage, and it's very good. But that's not the sausage he's talking about.
Sausage.
He's not talking about that kind of sausage. He's talking about like that little fucking freak with the TJ Maxx pants on with that fucking footy Frank. Like Guido voice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Super
Appreciate
awesome,
it very
man.
much.
Good stuff right there.
That was a lot of fun,
Yeah, he
man.
was awesome. That guy was great.
That was great. Frank Liotti.
Frank Liotti, everybody. So tune into the show, Jiffy Pop
Culture.
Culture.
Yeah, he's so funny, so
That was
quick.
hilarious.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
He just
Now
rocks. And now we'll see if anyone follows and comes on in, and maybe Joe DeVito will pop in here. We'll see.
Well, yeah, the next show starts in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're just sitting here waiting now.
Do you think Joe's gonna come in? See,
Oh, I hear him.
that's what
You
we
hear
need.
that there?
Yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to get James and make them come in.
Yeah, we should make it a mandatory thing.
I like the idea of zooming in and walking around out there.
Yeah,
I think that
was
could be
thinking
great.
of like getting, if we had like two other people, me and somebody else, you guys holding it down in here, and then one at the door at the bar area,
Right.
just harassing people.
Right. So what'd you think of the show?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you go, hey, I'm here with Olga. Olga, what's going on? I'm trying to drink here. hey, let's get this going on. And then, get out of here. She covers the... Go away, James. And then have someone out here in the hallway. Just like, that could be like something I would do. Hey, we're here with, I'm here with Mike Keegan. Mike, what's up? Mike, of course, will be all into it. And we'd have a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It seems I like the Saturday because I think we're gonna get probably different guests than we would on Thursday and Sunday.
Right.
But the Thursday and Sunday, it's so comforting because we know them all.
Yeah,
know?
right. Well, that's the challenge of Saturday.
Yeah, I
Yes.
know. No, I think it's good.
We never would have got Frank.
Right, and he
the-
was
well,
great.
True, right. And there are great people coming up on the next few Saturdays. Joey Cola's next week. D.L. Hughley is the following week. David Tell, I think, is in June sometime, I believe. Lots of cool people.
If D.L. Usually comes in here, that would be sick.
Well,
That'd
yeah,
be
he
really cool.
owes us, so he's coming in.
Right, because
Yeah.
he bumped me. I was supposed to
Yeah.
be performing in here Sunday, May 2nd. They bumped me to the brokerage to make room for DL. I think our chances would be good because he's doing 2 shows that night, that Saturday.
Right.
Yeah, so maybe we get him
So I
in
think there's a
between.
good shot that we're going to get. So he's next week, and then Joey Cola the following week.
No,
Yes.
because
Next-
it's May 2nd.
Right, which is next week.
No, it isn't.
You want to help
Today's
me
the
out?
24th.
I think,
Today's the 24th, right?
Let's see. Let's go to the calendar
30.
here, and we'll see.
The 30th is.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
All right. All right, I owe you a quarter.
Now,
Hello, Elizabeth, by the way. Elizabeth Batapede.
hello,
hey, Liz.
Elizabeth. How are
Hey,
you?
Liz.
Tony, I did want to talk. You had another show this week, the way you performed on stage.
I did.
I was upset. I had a little bit of FOMO that I missed out on that one because
Yep.
I had such a great time a year ago when
year
you
ago.
performed the first time.
Yep.
So I wanted to see how'd it go, and tell me a little bit about it.
Oh,
man.
okay. I thought it went better. I mean, honestly, I thought the first time, the one I thought went very well.
Yeah, that was great.
But this time, I was definitely more comfortable up there. That night that you came to, I was just so freaking nervous, and I don't know why. I've been performing. I've been,
You didn't seem very nervous the first time, just so you know.
I was though.
But I know
why.
that
I've
you
been-
were, but you didn't like reek of it.
I've been performing for almost 40 years, mostly stage or some kind of live entertainment. I don't
Right,
know
yeah.
why I was so nervous, but I
Because
was.
it's so different. It's a different animal.
But no, this time I got a little nervous as it was going on. By the time I actually had to say to myself,
Self.
because when Truson announced me, I came out from behind the stage, and I just went like this. And I actually had to tell myself to do that because I don't know, for whatever reason, just hamming it up like that just kind of put me in the zone.
And we all relaxed because you didn't seem nervous at all. And like it is like the worst thing to watch, like because it's a comedy class that they all took a comedy class, and then 2 months later they're on stage, and a lot of
Right.
times the first time they've ever been in front of anything, so they're so nervous, and you feel so bad for them because they're so scared. That like when Tony went out, it felt good because he wasn't nervous, and like you could see the whole room just. Okay, I don't have to worry.
Right,
I don't have to
yeah.
worry for you, person up there who's so scared.
Right. I will say that. I don't want to. I don't think this is bragging, but I was. I know what to do up there because I have been performing mostly stage for almost 40 years. So I did have a comfortability where most of the other people performing that night, they've been on stage maybe once in their
so
whole
you
life.
had some mileage under your belt.
Right,
Also,
which I think definitely helps because my material, I'm the first to admit, I don't think it's that good. In fact, I was talking afterwards. Jeff Bosey came to the show. That is, I don't know what he's doing right now.
He
but
probably
he
did that
might be
too.
watching,
Liz said you
he
were
might be
awesome.
watching, what do you call it?
amputee porn.
Amputee porn
Yeah,
right now.
probably.
Amputee
So-
gay porn.
Yes. Yeah. So he was at the show, and we were talking afterwards, and he pointed out, which I agree with. The material that I have isn't great, but what makes it work is the comfortability of being up there, and I was selling it right. I kind of acknowledged that I know this material is goofy, but I'm selling it in a way that I'm letting them know I agree with you. I'm on your side, and we're having fun with this goofiness.
Right.
And he felt it worked that
Well,
way. And thank you, Elizabeth. She was there too, and she
I
said
don't
it was awesome.
think you're as
Old-
goofy as you think you are.
There's an old saying. It says the difference between a comedian and a comic is comedians say funny things, but comics say things funny.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Right,
that's kind of,
yeah.
and that's, and take that whichever one you want to be. But I always go for the comic, the one who could say things and anything but make it funny. It's
Right.
The way you twist it.
Right.
So even if the material on the surface, on the written page might not be that great, you're still delivering it in a way where
Exactly.
people can still,
Yeah.
know,
Like people find you
appreciate it,
enjoyable.
funny.
and-
And, yeah, exactly.
And I think it sure felt like it went well. I was definitely a lot more comfortable than I was last year. Got a great response. But it's weird though because as much as I enjoyed it and I want to do more, but these 2 times I've done it, most of the crowd were people that came to support me. So while that's great, and don't get me wrong, I'm very appreciative, but at the same time, I want to see what it happens in front of strangers.
That's the big test because that happened
Right.
to me, Tony, all the way back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I was going up in front of my friends. I would be mostly bringer shows at the time, mostly at McGuire's. And I would go there and I would kill every night. It was
Right.
great. Even the waitress was like, "You're the best one." I was like, "Thanks, babe." I'd be like, where's my special, man? So where's my Showtime special? So, because Showtime was it then,
Yeah, right,
before
right.
Netflix.
Yeah.
But anyway, so then So then I'm like, oh man, I'm hot right now. I'm the guy. I'm gonna be a stand-up comedian. This is gonna be my life, baby. I'm the next big thing.
Yeah.
So I took a drive out to Stony Brook where they were having a show that was going on. And I think I told you the story before. My friend Saad Sarawano was producing a show. And all these comics were there. Tim Gage was there. Stevie GB was there. A lot of guys are still around today. So I just show up like I'm hot shit.
Right. Oh, hey, Don Sill's here.
Like I'm gonna bump somebody. So Saad Sarawano goes,
And
hey, Don, what are you doing here? I was like, hey, I was thinking I'd get some stage time. He's like, I don't know, man. I mean, we got a full house. So I don't know. So another comic, I forget his name. He goes, let him go up, man. Let him go up. Let him come on. He's like, okay, you go up after the juggler then. I said, okay, cool. So I'm sitting there looking around the other comics, and we're all in this like line. It wasn't like a green room. We were standing in like a line, literally in a line. Waiting.
Like at the supermarket?
Yeah, kind of
Like I'm next.
Like, yeah, backstage is like a long line of comics, and we all took our turn.
Wow.
So then this is in Stony Brook in some like small like little pool hall turned into a comedy club. So anyway, so then the juggler goes up, and I'm like, so I'm getting a beer, and I remember Tim Gage tells me, he's like, I wouldn't drink before you go on. You don't want to go up drunk, buzzed. And I go, shut up, man. I know what I'm doing. You just, maybe not for you. What do you know? So anyway,
Don't you ever cut me off and tell me what to do again.
Yeah, right. Don't you ever correct me again. You fucking son of... You ever correct me again on the air, you son of... That would be such a dicky thing to say.
Yeah.
To somebody.
Only a real asshole. would do
Yeah, only
that.
a real... So anyway, so I say to him, I say, well, thanks for the advice, and I still continue drinking. Then this juggler is killing on stage.
Oh,
the
really?
crowd, this guy's juggling like, all kinds of shit. He's got like a screwdriver, a pencil, a golf ball, a bowling ball. He's just going off, and the crowd is digging it. Then at the end, he has these 3 giant balls, and he's just throwing like big giant ones in the crowd. One of
You
them,
don't laugh at
You're
big giant
5.
balls.
You're 5.
one of them, I believe, kind of
Hit
if it was
you in the
squeezed
face.
together, it kind of looks like a giant camel toe. No, but they're juggling these 3 giant balls, and the crowd's going nuts. And then finally, the guy ends. He's like sweating and shit. And the
Ta-da.
crowd goes fucking ape shit.
Wow.
So I'm like, sweet. I'm like, sweet. This guy warmed them up for me.
Right.
So then Saad Sarawani comes out, and Saad's already kind of upset that I just kind of crashed the party. It's like, and Saad was this like,
And you're
Pax
drunk.
thing. He labeled himself the Wacky Packy. Is Saad Sarawani? That was his thing.
Okay.
He's the wacky. So he goes up. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. Now next, Don Sill, and then he walks away.
Oh my God.
So I come out, and I'm.
How many minutes did you have in your head? That you were
I
gonna
had
do?
about a good 7 minutes.
Okay.
Good.
Solid 7.
I
All right.
thought, yeah. So I go out there, and this is stuff that I always did, like my act, and
Yeah.
it normally did well. And I
Right.
would talk about there was a TV show on HBO called Oz at the time, and there was always a ton of frontal male nudity. Mm-hmm. So I had this whole thing about cocks being shown constantly, and because of this, the crime rate in the gay community has gone through the roof because they all want to go to jail because they want to see these big dicks, and they want to get banged by Anna Beasy. Anna Beasy was the character, the big black dude. And so I was like, send me to Oz. I want to get fucked by Anna Beasy and call me Dorothy and all this stuff. So I'm doing this whole bit, and then I look, and people are leaving their tables and getting up and walking out in disgust. And so I start to feel the flop sweat. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead, you guys can leave. And I'm like answering them back now, like breaking the fourth wall, and I'm like a bad wrestler and all this shit. And I'm like, what do you guys know anyway? Anyway, what's my next? You don't like that one, huh? And all this stuff. So I could see and then I look over and I see Stevie GB sitting there. He's like in the front, sitting at a table, and he's got his bow tie just like this. And I'm like, A2, Stevie? A2? So then I look over at the long line of guys. I see Tim Gage like this.
God.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, oh my God, they're mad at me. Now then it dawns on me, the comics are mad that I'm chased. Basically, the audience is leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I feel like an asshole. So I go, stay, sit down and stay. I'm leaving. I hope you like. I'm like, I turn
Hope
into
you're
a
happy.
jerk off guy. Like,
Yeah.
fuck you. So I jump off and I'm like Andy Kaufman or something. Like, no, you guys suck. So I storm off, and I just remember I made eye contact with Tim Gage at the end, and I felt so bad. I tried to tell him with my eyes, I'm sorry. I was like.
That's what your sorry looks like.
Yeah, that's my sorry look like.
You need to work on that.
Yeah. So I left, and I didn't like. I just left, and I remember there's a kind of a long drive home from Stony Brook back all the way back to town still in Brentwood, and I was just like, fuck, you know, like,
Yeah.
that's it. I'm gonna quit, man. So then, then the next show I had was another bringer show, but it was in Manhattan. It was at the Comedy Cellar, and I brought people with me on the train, and then we had to get this whole thing to get there, and I'm with this group of people. Then I get up there, and everything's in my head, and then I bomb again.
Even with people, your own people there?
Yeah, and you know who was in the audience? At least I'm
Stevie GB.
not. Yeah, Stevie G was
With his
really
bow
good.
tie.
he looks at other people behind him.
He's still friends with those people today.
Yeah, he's just
He bonded with them over here.
Yeah.
every show from then on. Stevie was in there with his freaking bow tie.
And he says when people ask him how his show was, he says, "Oh, that guy, he silled it. He silled it."
Yeah, he silled it. He called it a sill. He really silled that one.
Oh my God.
All right, so who was with you?
So I had friends from my job with me, but in the audience that day was, I believe, allegedly, I don't want to say, is it a taboo to say this guy's name? I'm going to get shot. But John Gotti Jr., his son, was in the audience. So I was doing this whole thing about, another one of my bits was, this is before, all these channels were just starting to pop up on cable.
Yeah.
So I wanted them to have a channel where it was and remember there was the caning thing with Clinton, that kid who spray painted the cars, got caned.
Yes.
So I had this whole bit about making a 24-hour caning channel and all this stuff. And I was like, said something about crime, but I said it wrong where I was saying crime is good. And he was like, yeah! And then I was like, and then I actually was like, no, I said that wrong. I'm sorry, crime's not good. It's bad, or whatever. And I corrected myself, and then he sat down, and he did the Stevie.
Yeah, he did the Stevie look, yeah.
I was just cheering for this fucking guy. I was just fucking cheering for this fucking guy.
I was going to make him my own comic, man. He was going to perform in all my stuff.
Yeah.
He's going to be my guy. That's my guy. Not anymore.
Somebody whacked this fucking guy. Stevie.
Comes out with his bow tie.
Stevie comes out. He just walks away.
I can't even picture Stevie GB being mad.
He looked like he was just disappointed in me. And I didn't really know Stevie then. I know Stevie a lot better now. And I love Stevie G.
And does he remember that?
He doesn't, because I told him the story.
Right.
And he goes, oh, man, I'm sorry I had something to do with you quitting comedy.
Well, that's very similar to me and Benny.
Yeah, what happened with you and Benny?
On your show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You suck.
I went right into the mic. You suck! And
You went back, and you went, you suck! you like realized you forgot to say it. And you suck, man.
And and then it was years before I saw him again, and I was kind of hoping he wouldn't remember, but oh yeah, he remembered.
He did.
He remembered.
He brought it up?
Son of a bitch.
He brought it up, or he just gave you like the stink eye?
He was a little standoffish. He wasn't sure what to do with me, and I brought out Benny. I was only joking, man. I didn't mean. I hope I didn't upset you. I was only, and then we were fine from that moment. I mean, Benny's just.
Yeah, Benny's great.
He's great.
He gets
Yeah.
it. He
Yeah.
knows.
And we've been. And that was probably that
Right.
was maybe 5-6 years ago at this point.
Yeah, I get a kick out of
So
Benny.
we've been fine ever since. And same thing. And I see him now all the time. And and it's fine. It's completely water under the bridge now. But I felt awful about that for years.
I know. Even when I put that out there on YouTube, because I just love that just throwback of all three of
Yes.
us. I was like, should I edit that part
Oh,
out?
no.
But I was like, no, it's got to stay. That's what happened. That was good.
Right.
So we did that cable access show. That was back in like 99, 2000, maybe 2001, maybe. So that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
dude.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I stopped doing the radio show in 2002, so it had to be around that time period, because that's when we were doing that. That was all the way out in Riverhead.
Right, yeah. Driving up to Riverhead, what was it, Tuesday nights or Monday nights or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think I told you then, to make it even weirder, one of the guys in your band for that show becomes a friend of ours years
Johnny
later.
Rocks.
John Mastretta.
Yeah, John Mastretta. Johnny
Oh,
Rocks.
yeah.
And I remember, I'll never forget it, when you put that up, because you didn't put that on YouTube until just recently, within the past 5 years or so.
Yeah.
And I see you tagged him in it. I'm like, why is he tagging? He knows Mastretta? And then I was like, holy shit, that's him in the background. And then I think just as I realized that, he then even wrote to me, yo!
Marco, how are you?
Hey, Marco, how are you, buddy?
All right.
Good to see you.
Yeah, John Mastretta is a great dude. He was part of our band, our in-house band, at the time, and he's done some great. So he's still out there performing too. So check him out, John. His moniker was like Johnny Rocks. We used to call him Johnny Rocks all the time. Good dude. But yeah, man, Benny, did you watch the show when Benny tells the story about the first time he smoked weed?
No, was he like 4?
He was like 15. You
Okay.
got to watch the show because his story, he tells it great.
All right.
But it's on the last Don and Benny versus the World. It was good stuff. And Benny Gagoots Rizzuti tells all. He's my favorite pothead. There's a lot of great potheads in the world, but he's my favorite.
Do you not know that was Marco Asante? You're not familiar with him?
No.
He was one of the first comedians to call in on when we first started our show.
Oh, really?
He was one of the first ones. I believe Armand Asante is like an uncle or a cousin of
Oh,
his.
no way, really?
But yeah, he's a comedian. He goes around doing his thing, and he was one of the first, like within the first week or two, he's one of the first people we had calling in. Very supportive. Would check the show out from time to time back then. That was just him saying hi. I don't know. He seemed like he was kind of on his way to something. But it would have been great to.
Yeah.
At least he said hello. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was nice.
Nice to see him. All right, so I don't know. I guess we should, right? Should we call it a night here? It's been an hour and a half.
Yeah.
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 I don't think they're. Because he's doing his second show now. After the show, he's no way coming in.
Nope.
He's hitting the road.
Right, and plus, by the time he comes off the stage, you're talking probably another hour and a half. But by the time he finishes, so
Yeah.
It's fun, and we'll be more organized
Absolutely.
next time with seeing who can come in and when. And
yeah. So next week we'll try and get DL Hughley in here. A big thanks to Frankie Liotti. That was a lot of fun. It was worth it just for him. It was
Just
worth
for
it
Frank
just for that.
Liotti,
Yeah.
so he and he's a Long Island dude from Colmac. He
Right.
said.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So there you go. Live from Governor's Green Room. We'll see who's going to be here next week. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Don. Thank you, Sallie.
Yes. Thanks, everybody.
So today is Sunday. So don't forget Monday morning at 11 o'clock, Sallie and I will be here with the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio Show. Tuesday morning at 9:30, Top 5 with Don.
who's on your show this week?
Yeah, who's there this week?
Neil Rubenstein.
Neil Rubenstein,
good,
very
okay.
nice.
We're going over the top 5 greatest comedy specials.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a tough one because think
There's
about how
a
many
lot of them.
comedy specials
Yeah.
from the and we left it broad. Mm-hmm. So he kind of touches on the newer ones, like
Yeah.
newer guys.
Yeah.
And I kind of touch on the old school.
Yeah, I'd be going old school too. Yeah.
because that's but it makes for a good mix and
Mm-hmm.
find out who the final top 5 are. Also, watch all the older top 5s too, because the one with Andy Plagianos was great. Anti-comedians, I love that one. It's one of my favorite ones out of the bunch so far. And then also Charles Goonan and of course Christy Miller so far have guested on there.
Love Christy Miller.
And then I got a rapper on the one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Who?
I know you're a big rap fan.
Doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah.
This Daddy-O from Stetsasonic does the top 5.
Stetsasonic. I was gonna say Daddy-O and those guys, the whole crew, his whole crew, yeah,
the whole Stet crew.
right? Yes.
Yeah, we do. That's coming out in a couple of weeks. That's the top 5 greatest hip hop bands. That's hip hop artists with full bands.
Oh, okay.
So like,
I could go all day with that one.
well, we gotta get you on there. I want to do top 5. Like, I was thinking keep it in comedy or like for you, like French fries or something would be cool.
Oh, well, yeah,
But you probably have a stern top 5.
I do. Well, I did the French fry thing with Rich Rader.
Right, and that was 5 also, right? So you came.
No, it was 10.
Oh, it was 10.
But I knew. I think it was 9 out of 10. I got.
You knew comfortably 8 out of 10, and then
Yeah.
you guessed at the last 2, and you got them right. And they were just
not
by
something
the
I'd
looks
be
at them.
proud of,
He didn't even try them. He just looked at them and
By
knew.
sight, I knew what they were.
Wow,
yeah.
wow.
And then, of course, I tried them, so I had to eat them.
Yeah,
but,
Rich was like, how do you even, you haven't even tried them yet. He's like, I can understand everyone knows what like McDonald's French fries look like, but how do you know Sonic from
Right, yeah, when you start to know the difference in just the shapes.
Kentucky
Yeah,
Fried
that's
Chicken
exactly what it was.
to...
What kind of fry do you hate, though? Do you like the ruffle ones?
You know what I hate? I hate the French fries with that batter that they
It
have
has a
now. That
weird
really
coating.
crunchy, that weird coating that's on. I hate it. I won't even eat it. I'll sit. The whole plate of fries will sit there. I won't touch it. Oh God, I hate that
But you
with
don't
a
have
passion.
shit, because I don't like the ones that are like, what are they, ruffled?
Like the waffle fries?
I like waffle fries.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of
It's
waffle
like the-
fries.
the-
Oh, you talking like crinkle?
Yeah, like a crinkle cut.
Oh no, I like those. Crinkle, straight cut, shoestring are the best.
Shoestring are good.
You know what's also great, which I think is my all-time favorite, but I only get it like once or twice a year. You take a potato and you just slice it into little, almost like a potato chip, and you just have a big giant pan of grease, and you throw the potatoes in, and you cook, and you take them
the
out when
frips.
they're what?
I think they call them frips.
Oh, they have a name? All
I
these
didn't know
years?
they had a name.
Yeah.
But they don't. But oh, wait a minute. The frips are when they come out crunchy, like almost like a potato chip, right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
like
but
a
this-
French fry, potato chip, and they're little. It could be a little floppy.
Right. Yeah, that's how I like them, greasy and floppy.
Yeah, yeah.
But-
Just like my
but,
penis,
like,
greasy
soft.
and floppy. Yeah,
And soft
well,
like your
again, like my
penis,
penis,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's just
Like, not
Oh my
crunchy.
God, I could eat. I can eat that like for the rest of my life. I can just eat that.
My favorite is steak fries.
Steak fries.
Those
Yeah.
are my
Okay.
favorite ones.
Yeah. Very nice.
And then McDonald's fries, probably.
Yeah, McDonald's fries are unbelievable. There's definitely cocaine in them because they're so
They're
addicting.
addictive.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
it's
why I
unbelievable.
like all American fries and McDonald's fries.
Yep.
Like I think it's like a good combination.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't like onion rings.
No, I don't like onion rings. No, you can have them.
One day I want to just interview you about your diet, because I'm fascinated by it.
It's out
It's
there.
something.
We can do
Yeah,
that. I'll do
yeah.
that.
All right, cool.
It's weird.
'Cause I am fascinated by it.
You're the one.
I'd have
Yeah.
to send you notes because he won't even owe up to half the shit. It's crazy.
I will. I'll do it for you, Don. And I'm sure because everybody wants to know.
think-
I'll own up.
Like
I will.
he loves chocolate ice cream, but he won't drink a chocolate shake. Like what do you do with that?
I'm weird like that too, because like one weird thing I'll do is I like pasta, right?
Yeah.
And I like cheese, but I hate mac and cheese. I won't eat it.
Oh, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally
That's
understandable.
understandable.
Yet if something's
She has
little,
never said that to me about anything.
I haven't.
That's understandable.
She's just like, I have it. He's right. I have not. Never.
I haven't.
I don't know why I'm with him. Is basically what she's saying.
All right, everyone.
She's all right. So yeah. So Monday, Sally and I'll be back. Tuesday, Don. Wednesday night, Don. Tuesday morning, I haven't even told you yet. Brian McGinnis is coming in the studio with us
Oh,
Tuesday
nice.
morning.
That'd be
Brian
great.
McGinnis, another local comedian.
It's cool.
Went into the city for a while. He did some stuff, did a lot of voiceover. He worked with Gaffigan a little bit.
Oh, nice.
Came back to the island, is starting to get settled back in. So that'll be fun with him. He's an
That'd
old
be
friend
cool.
of ours.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. So that's Monday morning. We'll see you guys Monday morning at 11 on the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio Show.